Welcome to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and I'll break them down into bite-sized tips you can use straight away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and shine. Eat your dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. Episode number, I'm just moving my microphone while we're talking. Episode number 631 today. And we're going to be talking about spotting scam emails again. Just wanted to show you a couple one that's come in. I probably have another one to show you in another video soon. But I want to show you one that came in from Cloudflare that I opened one morning when I was just checking my emails on my phone and went, what? Huh? And nearly did something with it until I sort of took that breath and went, wait, this doesn't make sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the email. I'm going to show you how it looked in the browser and things that you can watch for. This one was actually quite easy to spot once I'd woken up. But it is still, it's still fairly simple to get sucked in, to get tripped up by these things and have that moment of panic where you're like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And you want to do something, you want to fix it. And then you realize, no, this isn't right. So I want to just go through how it looked, what I saw, and the things that you need to do before you take any action on any of these emails that come in. So let me share my screen with you. I'm going to show you the email and then we'll have a chat about it. Okay, so this is my inbox. I've just filtered it out. You can see I've got two come in and then one that I forwarded. Now, this one I forwarded to Cloudflare to address. There's probably something else I need to do, but we'll come to that. But there's two here that have come in. They came in within minutes of each other, and that should have been a warning to me. But yeah, it's like help center, forward important security notice from Cloudflare. Well, I use Cloudflare a lot. This possibly a real issue for me. So I opened it up. So rather than just show you it in the screen there, I'm just going to bring up the pop-up for you. So the first thing I do is, and it's different on the desktop. It's more obvious on the desktop, but on the mobile, it's a little more difficult. On your mobile client, it's a little more difficult to see some of these things. But you've got your logo. It's important security notice from Cloudflare. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just going to highlight it, but look at the C. That's not a C. That's a different character. That's a different language character. Look at the U. The U is off as well. That was the first thing I saw on my mobile. I'm like, that looks weird. Is that something wrong with my mobile screen? What is it? And yeah, like I said, I was just waking up, just sort of getting into my day. And I looked at it and went, maybe that's the problem. And then it says, dear customer. So it doesn't actually address me by name, doesn't address me by my account name. It just says, dear customer. That's the next thing that I should have, that should have rung alarm bells. I kind of just glossed over it because I was just skimming it to see what it was trying to tell me, and then I came back and saw it. So, dear customer, that's another trigger here that this might not be exactly what it is. It's also dear customer in all lowercase. There's not even a capitalized C on the customer. To ensure the continued security of your, and again, Cloudflare with the funny C and the funny U. That may even be a funny O, I can't tell. Account and services, we recommend reviewing your recent activity and updating your security settings. Okay, cool. It's telling me that we've had a problems. Action required, please log into your Cloudflare with the funny characters. Dashboard to verify recent security measures. Now, I've got to say, I got down to about here and I started seeing these multiple times. I'm like, yeah, this isn't legit. But I do want to go through this before we go any further. So it's got a button. You can't really see where that's linked to. I can show you on my screen where it's linked to in a minute. If you have any questions, contact the support center, which we will come to. Thank you for trusting us, blah, 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 blah. No, it looks pretty like it looks legit, kind of. It looks mostly legit. We've got the funny Cloudflare though. That's a dead giveaway. It's got a copyright 2025. I'm pretty certain Cloudflare's copyright much longer than that. But anyway, yep. Okay, now what does this do? Sorry, let me just go back to the top. So I saw that. I'm reading that, and I'm like, that's weird. It's really hard to see what those links are, especially when you're on your phone, because it doesn't actually show you what the links are on your phone. You'll see when I mouse over it. If you look down here in the right-hand corner of my screen, as I mouse over it, it says online.apobonk.com. apobonk.com. That's not Cloudflare. That's a dead set indicator to me that this is a scam, right? Because that's not Cloudflare. So yeah, don't click that link. I haven't clicked that link. I'm not going to click that link. I don't know where it goes. I don't want to know where it goes. If you also look at Support Center, if you just look back down here in the corner here, if you look at Support Center, it's online.apobonk.com. And if we come down to the links at the bottom, they're all links at the bottom, and it just sort of sends you somewhere. Okay, so yeah, this is absolutely a scam. Now, as I said, I opened it and I'm like, oh my goodness. I saw this, first of all, and thought, is that my eyes? Is it my mobile screen? And then I saw it again, and I saw it again, and I'm like, yeah, okay, this is a scam. This has got to be a scam. How else do I tell? Okay, so yeah, maybe that's just something's being corrupted as it's come through on an email. I can't tell because I'm on my phone. I can't tell where this is linking to. I don't want to tap on any links. I don't want to go to any links if I don't know what it is. So then I came back up and I had a look at the from and to address. Now, this is a dead set giveaway. fragalandsea@berniestreet.com. Okay, fragalandsea@berniestreet.com. That's not a Cloudflare address. It would not come from any other address apart from a Cloudflare address. And you'll see here that the to address is not mine. The to address is some weird to address. So that says to me that this is an absolute scam. What would I do? Let me come back and talk to you guys now. Let me have a chat to the screen. Okay, so what would I do in that case? And what did I do? Oh, I ignored it. That's the first thing I did. I ignored it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I can check my Cloudflare account later. I've got two-factor authentication on my account. Look, it's not a definite that it's going to save me, but I've got two-factor authentication on my account. I've got security notices on my account. If someone's tried to log in, I would get a notice to say someone's logged into your account. Mostly. Like I said, it's not it's not 100%. It's not going to stop someone hacking my account. It's not going to stop someone getting in silently on my account. But I've got some good protection. So I knew I had a few minutes to actually go and address this. So I did go in and log into my account separately. I went to cloudflare.com, logged into my account, did the two-factor authentication, reviewed my access log. It's fine. No one had tried to get into my account. This is a complete scam. What are they doing on those links? I don't know. It's probably a phishing scam more than anything. The phishing scam will be, they have a login form that looks, like I said, I don't know. I didn't go to that website, that link. I can be fairly confident it's a phishing scam. It probably looks like the Cloudflare login screen when I go there. And what you do is you enter your username and password, and it's stored in a database and ends up on the dark web. So you've now put your details out there. That's probably the most innocuous thing that would happen there. It's not great. I say the most innocuous thing. It's still terrible. The next thing that could possibly happen is it tries to download something like a keylogger, some malware to your computer while you're doing all this. So it now has access to your computer. It's now sending data back from your computer to an unknown source about what you're doing on your computer, which is why I don't want to go there. Which is why I don't want to even visit that site. I've got good security on my computer, but why would you even risk it? Like, just why? We know it's a scam. We might as well put up with it. So what do? How do you handle these sorts of things? Delete them? You could just ignore them and delete them. Mark them as spam. Certainly do not interact with the sender that means that they know that you're a legitimate email then, and that you are a target. So do not interact with the sender. What I might also, sorry, I'll come back to that now, last point. I shouldn't have original thoughts as I'm doing these videos. What I did do was forwarded it through to Cloudflare Security, and said, here, you might want to look at this. This is people trying to trade off your brand. There's not a lot they can do about it, not directly. There's a few things they can do, but there's not a lot they can do about it except to make customers aware that these things are happening, which I'm sure they will do eventually. They're normally pretty good. The last thing I could do, and I haven't done, is that site that it came from, that I can't remember, Bernie, whatever it is, that site that it came from, not the email address that it came from. I could go and visit that site that it came from, see if it's a legitimate site, see if there's a real email address associated with it, do a little bit of research around who that company is, that business is that's running that website, and then contact them and say, it looks like your site has got a phishing site put up. It looks like you've had a hack on your server and someone's put up a phishing site. That's probably well, it's the most I can do without, becoming super sleuth and trying to work out who this came from and shut them down, and the IP addresses, well, whatever, wherever that site goes from, and shut that down as well. I could do that. Why would I contact the email address it's come from? Because I think, and having helped out a number of clients, this is a common thing, is that a server falls behind in its patches, a website falls behind in its patches and its maintenance. Hackers take advantage of those holes that appear or are discovered. They then run up a fake site, a phishing site like this, and they run up something on the server that uses the server's resources to sends out email under the domain name that the server is registered to, and then that server, that business's reputation, that business's server, is then flagged as a spammer, and it causes the business all sorts of problems. It's not necessarily the business's fault. I have to sort of be a little careful here, because it is absolutely the business's responsibility to make sure that their systems are as secure as possible. That means they have to make sure all the updates are done. That means they have to make sure their security is up to speed. That means they have to make sure that they're looking after all of the logins that they've got on their sites, make sure that people who are leaving are removed, make sure that passwords are reset regularly, all those things that businesses have to do around security. But things happen. A compromise can be found. A compromise can be discovered. A hole in a system can be discovered, and before someone has time to patch it, fix it, and patch it, these guys are out there and they're on it. They're on it. They're looking at this going, we found something. Let's go get it. Let's go and exploit that. Let's go and exploit that hole while we can before people starts patching it. So it's not, I won't castigate a business or a site owner for this sort of thing happening. They might get a bit of a lecture. They might get a very firm Charly talking to about, you need to make sure your security is up to date. You need to be doing all these things. Yes, I know it's a pain in the neck, but this is what happens when you don't. So I could go back and actually talk to this business and say, and I probably will after this video now that I've done it, and say, hey, listen, just letting you know, these were coming out from your website. I don't know if you fixed it. I don't know if other people have reached out to you. I could find out who's hosting them and go to their host as well and say, hey, listen, these emails were coming out from this domain name, and let them deal with it. Then they will deal with it. They'll have to deal with it. Otherwise, if you go to a hosting provider and you say, these guys are sending out spam emails, they'll shut their email down. How do I know that? I've helped customers with exactly that problem. So there's something to think about, and there's a couple of things in this video that I think you can take away with you. First of all, how do you spot the scam email? What should you do? And so, first of all, when you get these sorts of emails in, don't panic. Don't go and act on them straight away. You have a few minutes. Even if it says your account has been compromised, you still have a few minutes just to take that breath, to take a moment to really get into it and have a look at it and say, is this legitimate or not? You don't need to act on it immediately. You do need to act on it quickly, but not immediately. There's the things in there that indicated to me once I had actually taken that breath and done that whole, is this a real thing, that said, this isn't legit, and I could ignore it. So that's the second thing. The third thing is, what else can you do? If you get these in, what else can you do? Well, first of all, contact the people, like the organisation that they're imitating. So in this case, it was Cloudflare. Spoof, SPOOF, at mostdomainnames.com works as an email address to say, hey, your email is being, or these bigger organisations, not smaller organisations, but bigger ones. There's always a security team. You could always just send it, get their email address and send it through to a security team and say, hey, listen, we found this. This is being sent out. Nothing we can do about it, but you might want to know about it. And you can leave it there. If you want to go a little bit further, you could do a little bit more research as to who sent it. See if they're legit. See if you can give them a bit of a heads up about this is what's going on. Will that work? Maybe. Maybe. Will it do something for them? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I hope, that sort of stuff is useful to you. I hope that gives you something that you can look at. I've got another one that someone sent to me recently, which I'll do in another video just to go through that as well. But the things that I really want you to take away from this video today is take that breath. When they come in, just stop, take a breath, have a good look at it, then act. Don't get it in, act, take a breath, and then think, oh no, I've done the wrong thing. Because it's so easy to happen. It really is so easy to happen. Look, they trip me up. And I know what I'm looking at. And they trip me up. They still do. I still have that moment of, I've got to do something. Anyway, what do you guys think? Have you had emails like this come in that you've done something with it? You've gone, oops, I shouldn't have done that. Have you had them come in and you've panicked and said, I've got to get help on this? Or can you pick them now? Are you getting good at picking them? Are you getting good at stopping and looking at it? I'd love to know your own experiences. Also, have I asked more questions than I've answered in this video? If I have, if there's things that I haven't answered at all, come across to my community, askcharlyleetham.locals.com. Join the conversation there. You get access to me. I will answer questions till the cows come home, basically. I will get involved in conversations about this sort of stuff until the cows come home. I love doing this stuff. You can always leave comments on these videos wherever you're watching or listening to them. I will get to them eventually. I'm not quick on responding to the comments on these. I'm trying to write some training courses, so I'm always a little slower, and run my community, of course. If this has been useful to you, please consider giving the video a like and maybe sharing it with a friend. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. And guys, I'll see you all the day after tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.